The Aluminum Smelter Company of Nigeria, Alscon, Ikorobasi in Akwa Ibom State, South Nigeria, was launched in 1997 to bridge the gaps in Nigeria's aluminium needs. Regrettably, the smelter ceased operations in year 2000. In 2007, United Company Rusal, otherwise known as Rusal, a Russian company, acquired an 85% stake of the smelter, with the remaining shares owned by the Nigerian government. In an effort to make Alscon stand out in line with international best practices and make it more viable, Rusal modernized the facility, which has an annual capacity of 193,000 tons of aluminium. Between 2008 and 2013, Rusal was able to achieve a total of 76,757.65 metric tons of aluminium. The breakdown shows that in 2008, the company recorded 9,426.76 metric tons of aluminium. The figure increased in 2009 to 10,580 metric tons and 17,541.70 tons in 2010. 2011 witnessed a drop in production as the company was able to produce 14,920 metric tons of aluminium only. The commitment of Rusal towards sustaining the smelter and making Nigeria one of the aluminium hubs in the world led to a significant improvement in 2012, as it produced an all-time high of 21,977.41 metric tons of aluminium. Unfortunately, the effort of Rusal to sustain the giant strides achieved met brick walls in March 2013 when it produced 2,311.78 metric tons of aluminium due to an unreliable gas supply, which made production unviable. Hence, there was an urgent need to suspend production.
This is the welding area, this is the carbon area. We have three areas that make up the carbon plant. First is the green anodes area, we have the bake furnace area, and this is the welding room. This is the last part of the carbon area where welded anodes are taken for production in the pot lines. So actually right now the issue with this equipment is that they are just since we stopped production in 2013, the equipment were stopped normally the way they're supposed to be stopped for preservation, so that if we have power supply we can now restart them. At this moment we're not able to do anything about them now because we don't have the level of power generation that we need. I'm sure you are aware we are running on diesel generators right now, not the turbines. So if you have power given back to us for the equipment, they'll come back to life. It's only power supply that is our problem, and our power supply is gotten from gas that is taken to the turbines to generate power.
Despite the suspension of operations, the management of Rusal Alscon has remained focused on noiseless achievement, ensuring that facilities in the pot room, cast house, pre-baked anode production unit, power turbine and other critical areas are kept in good condition. In November 2024, an audit of the cast house was conducted and all the lines tested and confirmed working perfectly.
This is the production line. We operate the PLC system, which is the programmable logic control, so which entails that all the equipment must be functional. So we went through, these are the production line, and we tested all of them electrically, and they were all functional. And that was what we did in this August, and the report is being taken, and then they will consider the next line of action. We do the casting here. They bring in the molten aluminum, and then we cast here. If you look at this mold, this is where we pour in the molten aluminum and then cool it in the beneath. We always have the water here that cools the aluminum, so it solidifies them. Before now, we scrap them and then put them out to be sold in the international market.
Yeah, it was actually a planned shutdown. It wasn't an accidental shutdown. So all the equipment you are seeing here on preservation mode, we maintain on daily basis. We check the status. So like what we showed you here, that is the bath material. Now, if we have power now, what we will do is we'll just be to energize the reduction cells, which we call the pots, and this will turn to molten form, and we proceed from there. So as it is now, there are no issues here. You can see all the equipment, you can see the superstructure. The structure from here to there is intact. Yeah, the guys that were working with us, they are actually waiting. They are waiting. They've been trained. You know, this is the only aluminum plant, primary aluminum plant in Nigeria. So they are highly specialized. Some of them have been trained overseas, and they are there waiting. We won't have personal problem.
So around the silo, those are petroleum coke. They are still part of what is used to make these anodes. When you get the petroleum coke with other additives and adhesives, they are taken to the green anode area. They are formed into anodes and then taken to the baking area. It is now baked to get this. This is what you get when it is baked. So after some time, when this is put in the pot cells for the process of electrolysis that brings out aluminium, this wears out, and when it gets to a level it's no longer used, you can only either recycle it to get this one back, or you dispose of it. So what you see, this is what the locals call blackstone. This blackstone is actually a waste. After it's being used, whatever is left becomes a waste that can be added to fresh petroleum coke to produce a fresh anode that will be baked and rodded for the pot rooms. So it is not it's not something that is not something that is hidden. These are just waste products from the process of electrolysis.
We have 6 turbines installed. As you can see, this is number 6. This is number 6. And then it starts from the extreme end there. You can count 1, 2, 3 to this 6. So we have 6 of them intact. There's nothing wrong with them. And the noise you are hearing now, the turbine is burring. Which means the turbine is turning. It's ready for a startup. When a turbine is burring, it means that turbine is healthy. It has been preserved and it is ready for a restart. It can start at any time. To the company and to the community. And then in 2014, we experienced a gas cessation, and it has been shut down and preserved, and it has been under preservation till now. And once we get gas back, we are going to restart the turbine. And as you can see, as I told you, it's burring, which means it's turning slowly, ready to a startup.
In the face of daunting challenges and with the suspension of operations, Rusal Alscon has not been deterred from carrying out its corporate social responsibility to its host community. In fact, many residents and stakeholders of the area believe Rusal is making a difference compared with other companies. The recent inauguration of a skills acquisition center for the unemployed youth and the yearly award of scholarships to indigenes of the community, especially brilliant members of the area, to study in tertiary institutions in Russia, remain the toast of the people.
So we do this for the community, especially all these children we are seeing, they are ready to go to Russia for training. So we establish this computer lab so that they can use to acquaint themselves in whatever thing they want to do. So Rusal Alscon has done a lot for the community. The first set they have gone. This is the second set since we started this computer lab. If you go to outside the country, first thing you have to know about ICT. So you have to know everything about computer. So that is why we introduce this so that they will know the first hand. Some of them they are into architectures. Some of them they are into nursing, aerospace, and so on, robotic. So many. So they are there.
And I really want to thank Alscon company for what they have done. You know, they have been a good company, good people to the society, to the community, and Nigeria at large. So I just want to say, may God bless them and keep them alive, and this company will not shut down. In Jesus' name.
Okay, sir, it's fine. There is nothing really much about it. The stuff is just about a scholarship stuff that they are sponsoring us to go abroad and study in our different lessons or our different career that we want to do in life. Yes, it came to me by surprise. I'm very happy about it. I want to say a very big thank you.
Amazing opportunity that I have gotten to travel outside Nigeria, and I thank God for everything He has done for me and my family. I also want to acknowledge Alscon's plant for this opportunity given to us, for sponsoring us to leave the country. I say may the Lord bless them and keep them. I also want to thank each and every staff present here for their job well done, for making us be what we are today.
For the past 10 or so years, Alscon have been trying. You know, you see, as with now, right now, if you see my house, don't you see light? It's being donated by Alscon. And where you are talking about now, the skill center, I commissioned it 2 weeks ago. You see, I used to pity them. I used to pity Alscon, where they get the money from, because they are not producing, but yet they keep us a little bit wild. They make us to feel that they are still alive, though not all that. Yes, but you know, half bread is better than none.
Alscon is us. You see, for the past 10 years, when there was gas for Alscon to do their own job, despite we are not working with Alscon, but every information concerning Alscon, we grab them all. Alscon did well with us. You can even, if you take your mind back, you will have or learn that where the Alscon really situated, enjoyed 24 hours power supply without any failure. And that took place for over 5 years when things were going well. We only have the problem of light where there was no gas for them to do their own job. We really thank God for Alscon, because if you go to Alscon yet, you won't see grasses. They are trying all their best to put things in order. Even before Alscon came, we the people of Igbaibekwe formed what we called a vigilante group, which pin, nothing lost. When Rusal came, they take Alscon as Alscon was, that is true, when Renault were on board. We are talking of Alscon. Alscon is our own brother. They worked with us. They maintained the status quo.
Apart from this recent development by the Alscon Rusal, we have made a great achievement in committing to their community on their corporate social responsibilities. Among this, we have the youth center that was well built, equipped for the youth. Secondly, just over time, we are going to manpower development, like the bilateral education agreement, sponsor youth to be trained abroad. That has been a very good achievement by the company. Despite that, they are not fully, but they are so committed in doing all these things to bring harmony and making sure that the community which they dwell also being improved, both educationally and skilled manpower. Personally, I will appreciate this. This has been the first of its kind in the Ikotobasi here. First of its kind, I have to repeat. And it's something that will stand the test of time. It's a sustainable project that are so futuristic about not only for today but tomorrow. That is why I need to appreciate not only the men but the community liaison officer who have brought us closer to the company. That's why I think the CLO here, he has really brought us more closer to the company, and he has done a great work. And also wish to thank the company for having synergy through him with the community. And with this, I will see with our eyes, I believe they have done, and they are still hoping to do more. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and we know in future they will do more than we can see now and today.
Honestly, we feel good because we have been longing for this for a long time. But I thank God it has come to pass. I believe the glory of the latter day is here. We feel good. In this department, we have a lot of people that we train in makeup, in hair, and in a lot of things here. Especially this department is made for makeup and gele and hairdressing. So we have the trainees here. As you can see, this is them standing here. So we're really happy, and we hope to do more than this. And we hope to see a lot of people that will come to train.
I'm using it very well so that I can be able to, to achieve something in life.
Okay. So this opportunity has been provided. Were you expecting this to come, or it came to you as a surprise?
It came as a surprise.
Okay, so coming as a surprise, how do you feel? What is your message of appreciation to Rusal?
I feel very good, and I appreciate them very much because I never expected this. I never expected I was going to be here. So thankful to all of them.
On 11th December 2024, another batch of 5 children of Ikotobasi local government area converged on Alscon for final preparations and instructions before their departure to Russia for higher education.
I want to say a very big thank you to Alscon because they have done a lot. They are helping me to make my dreams come true, and I'm so happy. I want to say a very big thank you to Alscon on behalf of my colleagues and myself who are going to study in Russia. We are grateful for this opportunity to express our appreciation to Alscon. Alscon, your scholarship has been a beacon of hope and testament to your commitment to empowering students like us. Your scholarship has not only alleviated our financial burdens, but has also inspired us to strive for academic excellence. Your belief in our potential has instilled a sense of pride and motivation, driving us to pursue our dreams with a renewed passion and dedication. We are thankful for the trust and the opportunities that you have given us. Your investment in us will have a ripple effect, impacting our families, community, and society at large. We promise to make the most of this opportunity and pay it forward in our own way. Alscon, you are more than just a scholarship provider. You are a catalyst for positive change. Your commitment to education and empowering students is a shining example of a corporate social responsibility, and we are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for believing in us and enabling us to shine. We will always cherish your trust and support and strive to make you, our community, and Nigeria proud. God bless Alscon. God bless Nigeria. God bless Russia. Thank you.
Rusal Alscon is also giving premium attention to the healthcare needs of its staff and members of the host community.
We provide medical services for our staff and their dependents. It's around maybe 600 patients who attach to our clinic. But also we try to help someone from the community if we have financial support. But I would like to mention that for the last year we increased our financial opportunities for 4 times. So, for example, for this year, we spent for our patient. If you look at our clinic, yes, we don't have a lot of advantages to perform a great investigations like lab testing or imaging testing, but we usually refer our patient to third party, and then we analyze this result. If the patient needs, for example, special consultation, I just give you example, cardiologist, endocrinologist, we also refer to them, and then all medical expenses usually will be compensated. Money will be will return to our staff. So also we have, for example, I know the diseases of my staff and their dependents, and we usually order all medication. We have our own pharmacy in clinic. So concerning the treatment, our patient are protected, but we are open to help people. And for example, Alexander Ashkenazi can tell you that we still help someone from the community. Look, previously we established like a collective agreement where we mentioned that our company is responsible for medical care of staff if they're dependent, and that's why we have an opportunity to cover all medical expenses and provide them drugs to treat any kind of disease. It's we don't really have restrictions. It depends on the established diagnosis, established diagnostic plan, and so any I just want to repeat that any medical receives will be covered, but first of all they should be checked by our doctors. We have 2 doctors, pharmacists, scientist lab, nurses. You know, we work like a team for the best interest of our staff and their dependents.
As Rusal continues in its effort to see that the glory days of Alscon returns, what stands as a go-between is the supply of gas to the plant. This way, Rusal Alscon will then again make the difference, not just for the host community, but Nigeria as a whole.